Hello, this is Business Now, reaching you live from iBrand TV news studio in Lagos, Nigeria. Coming up, Nigeria misses its crude oil output target for January 2022. Nigeria's foreign exchange reserve records a $481.4 million decline. Nairobi County workers give City Hall 21 days ultimatum to pay them more than 560 million shillings. Eurozone inflation unexpectedly hits new record high. Thanks for joining us, and here are stories making headlines at this hour. I am Perpetua Fasami Peter. And now the news in detail. Nigeria missed its crude oil output target for January 2022, pumping 1.46 million barrels per day against a target of 1.683 million barrels per day as approved by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. Officials of the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, said the country's continued inability to meet its output target had caused a repeated plunge in oil earnings, leading to the monthly drop in the NNPC's remittances to the Federation account. They, however, attributed Nigeria's prolonged inability to meet its OPEC production quota to the spate of oil pipelines vandalism, delay in the full implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act, the PIA, among others. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, on Tuesday inaugurated a rice milling factory in Kano State with a capacity of 420 metric tons per day. The factory was established by a Kano businessman and industrialist Alhaji Girewa at a cost of 15 billion naira. Speaking at the event, the CBN governor said the establishment of the factory was in line with the federal government's commitment towards ensuring food security in the country. The CBN governor said, and I quote, "As Nigeria increased the milling capacity of rice nationwide, we're encouraging all rice mills to embrace our backward integration program and get involved in paddy production to guarantee sustainable supply of paddy to your mills and complement the supply from smallholder farmers through our partnership with the Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria." Nigeria has earned at least 1 trillion naira as proceeds of privatization and commercialization of government-owned enterprises by the defunct Technical Committee on Privatization and Commercialization, TCPC, and its successor, National Council on Privatization, NCP. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo disclosed this at the inauguration of the members of the reconstituted NCP in Abuja. This is even as stakeholders have charged the new NCP members to show transparency and patriotism in the discharge of their duties. Osinbajo, who is also the chairman of the council, revealed that since the inception of the NCP and its precursor Technical Committee on Privatization and Commercialization, TCPC, it has realized about 1 trillion naira in proceeds for the federal purse, arising from completed transactions and reforms that have contributed significantly to the country's overall economic development. Telecommunications firm MTN says the Series 1 offer for sale of 575 million shares offered to Nigerian investors was oversubscribed, necessitating the activation of approved 15% oversubscription clause for additional 86.25 million shares. MTN, which disclosed that the offer was oversubscribed with valid applications totaling 801.97 million units, said in all 661.25 million MTN Nigeria shares were allotted. The telecommunications firm yesterday, in a document signed by the company's secretary, Uto Upana, added that a total of 126,720 retail investors submitted valid applications and received full allotment, and institutional investors, including pension funds, insurance companies, asset managers, corporate, and foreign portfolio investors that participated in the book build were allotted 72.09% of their applications. It said this includes Nigerian pension funds representing approximately 6.5 million Nigerian contributors. Following the successful completion of the offer, MTN Group's shareholding in MTN Nigeria reduced by 3.25 percentage points from 78.83% to 75.58%. The move to suspend the removal of fuel subsidy has been generating controversy in recent times. The Minister of Finance, however, indicated that provisions will be made for fuel subsidy in the 2022 budget. Ibran TV crew therefore visited the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, to seek more clarification on this development.
If you ask me, should there be fuel subsidy? No, we are just shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, if you want to have omelette, you have to break eggs. You cannot say, I want omelette, but don't break eggs. We are seeking for development, and we know that we don't have the funding available to do so. Why put 3 trillion, into fuel subsidy? Why put another $1 trillion plus in power subsidy? There are several subsidies that are out there. And then the citizens call for more rails, they are calling for roads, they are calling for schools, they are calling for better health facilities. And then you say, don't take away this subsidy that is not even getting to the common man. Because come to think of it, who are those enjoying subsidies? Chevron, where I used to work, have several vehicles. You are subsidizing Chevron. You are subsidizing ExxonMobil. You are subsidizing ELF, AGIP. You are subsidizing those who are driving 4.5-liter cars. Go to Europe. The people we like to compare ourselves with. You see the size of vehicles that they use and the number of liters. In Ghana here, I see the type of vehicles that I also use. But because we pay little or nothing for it, you understand? Everybody wants to ride a Jeep. And then the government should pay the cost of the fuel. Power, again, we are not paying the right price. So when you leave your home, just put on the power and they put on the ACs. After all, it's free, so there's no value for it. One way to stimulate growth in our economy is to stop all these subsidies so that we'll have enough resources to be able to deploy to rail, to roads, airports, hospitals, and to take care of other welfare-related.
Okay. Analyst has faulted the federal government on the suspension of subsidy removal, which was slated for the year. A policy analyst, Mike Kuki, while reacting to the decision, said the news was nothing to get excited about. According to him, deferring the removal for another 18 months was political, given the pre-election year. Kuki was speaking on our flagship business program earlier.
For me, it doesn't really get me so excited, okay, on the decision that the government took. For some of us, we know that there are political considerations that are listed into this decision, okay. We all know that this is a political year. We are going into an election, or rather proceeding 2023. So every government in power will want to do everything possible to assuage the people and to get their vote. So it's just a postponement of the doomsday. Eventually, the subsidy will be removed. They only suspended it for 18 months. Okay, so I just feel I've never been an advocate of subsidy as it were. We have always said that government should do the right thing. All right, a country that is spending as much as 16 billion naira daily subsidizing petroleum products. That money can be channeled into other areas of the economy, and this economy needs to take a flight.
Only pensioners who have completed the online enrollment will be paid. This is according to the National Pensions Commission, PENCOM, and those who have yet to do so should do it as soon as possible. Peter Arawa, PENCOM's head of corporate communications, disclosed this on Tuesday. Employees of the federal government treasury-funded MDAs who were slated to retire in September 2021 and those who missed prior enrollment activities were also advised by PENCOM. The administration of PENCOM had stated that all parties involved must complete their verification and enrollment with their respective pension fund administrators PFAs by October 29, 2021. Nigeria's foreign exchange reserve recorded a $481.4 million decline in the month of January 2022 to close at $40.04 billion following the $66.17 million decline recorded in the previous month. This is according to data obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Notably, foreign reserve fell by 1.2% in January 2022 compared to $40.52 billion recorded as of 31st December 2021. The decline in the country's external reserve can be attributed to the continuous intervention by the central bank in the forex market to ensure stability of the currency. According to data from the CBN Statistical Bulletin for third quarter 2021, the Apex Bank supplied a sum of $8.97 billion in the foreign market, in the forex market through the I&E, SME, and Invisible. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, engaged in 17 data breach investigations and issued 15 million fines in 2021, a new report has revealed. This was disclosed in the Nigeria Data Protection Regulation Performance Report 2020 to 2021, which was launched by the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Pantami, last week. The report further disclosed that 7 investigations were concluded and sanctions were imposed on 3 entities. It was also disclosed that the number of ongoing investigations on alleged data breaches rose from 15 in 2020 to 17 in 2021, while the number of investigations concluded rose from 1 in 2020 to 7 in 2021. The need for Nigerians to look inward and create wealth for themselves by growing their food has been described as one of the ways out of the current hike in the price of food items experienced in the country. Igboje Kora in this report took a trip to Esako Central Local Government Area of Edo State to take a look at the declining trend in garri production, one of the nation's delicacies with high income generation.
Garri processing involves the peeling of cassava, grinding, extracting water from the grinded cassava with the use of a jack and frying the extracted grains, which with modern technology can reduce the stress of the farmer and make it more interesting. In the 1960s, before oil became a major source of revenue, Nigeria used to be one of the most promising agricultural producers in the world. Currently, the agricultural sector contributes 26% to the nation's GDP and employs over 70% of the population. The sector is still facing historic challenges such as poor access to inputs, poor infrastructure, and over-dependence on rainfall, operations on fragmented small farm holdings, and other related challenges. The agricultural communities thrive as they produce food not only for local consumption but also for export. One of such communities is Igiode community in Esako Central Local Government Area of Edo State, one of the major garri producing communities in Nigeria. According to this farmer, the business of garri processing is becoming more difficult by the day, thereby making it less attractive despite the opportunity it provides for young people to make money.
We dey go farm now, go do the cassava for farm. If they do it for farm, no money. No money. They don't see person when they follow the buy the cassava. No money. They will give one money to do the farm for. Now they use the power. They do the work for farm. So if the carrier come now, they don't see people when they follow the buyer. You don't they suffer. They don't they suffer for the farm what they do all the time. Now suffer is there.
She said, if government and its agencies can give the necessary support to farmers, it will not only increase the GDP of the nation, but create job opportunities for Nigerians.
If the carrier go market, go sell the cassava for market, for one bag, they'll sell at 40,000. 40,000 for one bag. If they buy it for bush or for bush, you go buy it for the 5,000 for bag for farm. If the carrier come for us, they go sell at 50,000.
Farmers in Igode community in Esako Central Local Government Area of Edo State are of the hope that respite will soon come their way to enlarge the business of garri processing in the country. Igboje Kora, reporting for Ibran TV News.
Still to come, India says it will launch digital rupee soon. Details and more business news after this commercial break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Nairobi County workers have given City Hall 21 days to pay them more than 560 million shillings pending salaries and remit statutory deductions or they down their tools. The more than 12,000 staff have accused the Anne Kananu-led administration of diverting the funds to unauthorized expenditures. The diverted funds include statutory deductions and union dues amounting to 490.47 million shillings between October and December 2021, as well as staff claims for the month of January 2022, totaling 70 million shillings. Kenya County Government Workers Union, KCGWU Secretary General Robert Juba said the county government has 3 weeks to immediately remit all the deductions without any further delay, failure to which they will resort to industrial action. And on the foreign scene, India's finance minister says the country will launch a digital version of the rupee as early as this year. In her annual budget speech, Nirmala Sitharaman also outlined plans for a 30% tax on income from digital assets. It would put profits from trading or transferring cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens in the country's highest tax band. India is the latest major economy to announce an official virtual currency as China trails the digital yuan. Eurozone inflation rose to a new record high last month, defying expectations for a big drop and adding to already copious doubts that price pressures are as benign and temporary as the European Central Bank still expects. Inflation in the 19-country Eurozone accelerated to 5.1% in January from 5% in December, well ahead of expectations for a drop to 4.4%, the European Union Statistics Agency Eurostat said on Wednesday. Soaring energy prices continued to drive inflation, but food prices also surged, while services and industrial goods inflation remained uncomfortably high. And coming up next is entertainment business.
Hello, this is Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum. Japan's Sony Group Corporation raised its full-year profit forecast by 15% on Wednesday after posting estimates matching quarterly earnings propelled by the success of Spider-Man No Way Home, which has become the 6th highest-grossing movie. Operating profit at its picture business dropped by more than sevenfold to 149.4 billion yen in its fiscal third quarter ended December as the unit's revenue more than doubled. It now expects the business to post a profit of 205 billion yen in the current fiscal year as the superhero movie released in December grossed more than $1.7 billion worldwide despite the spread of the Omicron coronavirus variant. Overall quarterly operating profit at Sony, a conglomerate spanning areas such as entertainment, sensors, and financial services, was 465.5 billion yen, compared with an estimated average profit of 351.6 billion yen from 9 analysts surveyed by Refinitiv. Moving on, Warner Media's HBO Max streaming service will launch in 15 European countries, including Poland, Portugal, and Romania on March 8, making it available in 61 territories across Europe and America. The service, owned by AT&T, entered Europe in October by launching in the Nordics and Spain with a host of promotional offers to grab customers from Netflix and Walt Disney. The monthly subscription for HBO Portugal was €499 per month, and HBO Max will be priced at €5.99. But existing subscribers and the ones who sign up in March will have to pay €3.99 a month. HBO ended the year with 73.8 million subscribers for its streaming service and namesake cable network. These gains, together with the addition of nearly 900,000 paying monthly phone subscribers, sent shares up 3% to $26.46 in midday trading. And that's it on Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum.
Thank you, Michelle. We are now joined by Samson Oloyede for Sports Business.
The Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics could cost China more than $38.5 billion, 10 times higher than the country's estimate of $3.9 billion. The Chinese estimate had not taken into account additional costs such as transportation and sporting infrastructure, including the construction of the Olympic Village, which cost about $3.1 billion. Newly built venues such as the National Speed Skating Oval, estimated to have cost around $186 million, have also reportedly not been included in the current list of costs. In addition, China has repurposed several venues built for the 2008 Summer Games, but it is unclear how much it spent to refurbish these. Other expenses not factored in include the $9.2 billion spent on a driverless bullet train to transport people between Zhangjiang and Beijing, and a $773 million subway line built specifically for the Winter Games. Also not included is the $514 million invested in the Yangon district. China has also purportedly not included the money spent on safety measures for its COVID-19 bubble as well as environmental concerns. The various costs mean the total price of the Beijing 2022 Games would dwarf the estimated $13.6 billion Japan spent on Tokyo 2020. And still talking sports business, the National Women's Soccer League and the National Women's Soccer League Players Association have struck their first ever collective bargaining agreement, which will run for the next 5 seasons until the end of 2026. The CBA, which is subject to final approval from the Board of Governors, will raise the minimum player salary by almost 60% year over year to $35,000. Total compensation will also increase by more than 30% compared to that of 2021 season, which is to $54,000. The CBA ensures a fixed season with start and end windows, as well as limits or the maximum number of games in a season, as well as the frequency of games. Players will be guaranteed 42 days of holiday, a 7-day in-season summer break, parental leave, salary continuation if they become pregnant, and mental health leave for up to 6 months. Furthermore, the CBA means teams will also provide improved health and wellness benefits, including physicians, sports scientists, and psychologists. The NWSL has also committed about $300,000 per year to group licensing rights. And that's it on Sports Business. I'm Samson Oloyede.
It's a wrap on Business Now. Thanks for watching. I am Perpetua Fasami Peter. To enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.